place where you can go, where there's no one to tell you yes or no. If you just look into your heart, you will find there. That's the place to start. If you take a step and take another again, you'll find a better place to land. I know that it can be there someday. You've been waiting for. I know this life can be that one life you've been dreaming of. Today could be the someday. Today could be the one day. Today could be the someday you've been dreaming of. Today could be the someday. Today could be the one day. Today could be the someday you've been dreaming of. Oh, 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 oh. Today could be the day. Oh, 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 today could be the day.
24 Ford Explorer Limited, $37,990. 24 Ford Ranger Raptor 4x4, just $56,940. 23 Lincoln Aviator all-wheel drive, $48,993. Ravenor Ford, your hometown team, delivering pre-owned vehicles you can afford.
So I'm ready. I'm ready for the rain. The rain's here. Happy Monday. Am I going to have like the worst luck in the world now because I've opened the umbrella 2 times now inside the studio? Hey, by the way, if you're looking for an awesome umbrella, let's see here. Where's the logo? There it is. There it is. See that? Good giant umbrella. Let's put that away. I don't need any more bad luck. I don't think I have any bad luck. Anyways, it's a soggy start to the day, my friends. We've been talking about this for the last couple of days. The rain is upon us. It started to move its way in last night, albeit on the light side. Became a little bit on the steadier side through about the 6, 7, 8 o'clock hour. Took my kids off to a church fall festival last night. And, well, didn't last very long because the rain started to move its way on in. So you can see the radar at the bottom right there, bottom right-hand side of the screen. We've got the live radar going on. So obviously we can see it's super soggy around town. Temperatures today, well, won't fluctuate a whole lot. You can see current conditions in places like Rutledge, 49 degrees. We're only going to make it to about 56 here throughout the day today. So definitely one of those rainy, dreary, damp, if you don't have to work kind of days, sit on the couch and watch some TV and movies all day long, right? We'll take you outside, show you a live look in Anderson County. This is downtown Clinton here this morning, and a soggy downtown it is. All right, let's get to work with the forecast for the day. I always like to keep you in check. And where we were yesterday, we made it to 64 degrees. I was forecasting 66. So a couple degrees shy of that, but either way. We picked up, by the end of the day, we picked up just a little bit of rain, 1/4 of an inch in Chattanooga, which we were expecting, and less than 1/10 of an inch of rain for other locations, which is also what we were expecting. The rain's going to continue to Shelby. I know. Bad luck opening up an umbrella indoors. I know I've done it twice today. If you saw my social media post. All right, here's the low pressure system. It's moving its way. The surface low is down along the Gulf. That's helping to pump in a lot more moisture. The upper level low is swinging its way across northern Alabama, Georgia, and the Tennessee Valley. So we've got this wave moving its way on through. This is going to be likely to be with us for a good chunk of the day, at least from now through noon. So we'll walk you through our future cast again, no matter where you're driving, 100% chance of rain. Everybody's getting soaked here this morning. So here's your future cast. We pick up our timeline here at 7 o'clock, and we'll run you all the way through noon. Still going to be rainy, but we're going to start to see it fade a little bit to our south and southwest. So from noon to 3, it continues to work its way to the north and northeast. Still probably going to have some rain showers hanging out with us as the kids head home from school, but maybe some drier weather for, say, the Cumberland Plateau, the Southern Valley, Chattanooga, Soddy, Daisy, Dayton. Doesn't mean the rain's totally over, because I still think that we're going to have some rain showers for the evening rush hour, but not nearly as intense or as steady and heavy as it is this morning. By the way, we've got a couple accidents on the interstate system this morning as well. I've seen those reports coming in this morning, so keep that in mind if you're traveling to the interstate. All right, just through the day today, we're talking anywhere from, say, about a half an inch to over an inch of rainfall in many locations. So big old rainmaker setting up shop. It's going to be with us, but this is good, solid, steady rain. We don't have any severe weather out there. However, the Weather Prediction Center has issued a level 1 risk for some localized flooding and flash flooding concerns, mainly across the mountain counties over into North Carolina. I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal, but just something to keep in mind that this steady, heavy rain is going to continue to filter like down the mountains and fill up the streams, and we could see some localized flooding, but not a major concern because we don't have a lot of convection, i.e. thunderstorm activity going on. Forecast highs, again, we're not going to warm up a whole lot, so a fairly steady, well below average day. Average high for this time of year is in the upper 60s. We're only going to be in the low, mid, and upper 50s, so we're going to be trending about 10 to nearly 15 degrees below average today. So a cloudy, rainy, dreary, damp, chilly fall day. The rain showers will start to fade away a little bit into our Tuesday. Are they totally gone? No. Still have about a 20 to 40% chance of rain Tuesday night. I'm going to ramp for that right back up. Likely to put 100% chance of rain. I almost put 100% this morning. I was like, I'll go 90. 90%, 100%. It's all the same, right? Everyone gets wet on Wednesday. Wednesday night into Thursday, it starts to work its way on out of here. Thursday into Friday, the rain showers come to an end. I still think that we're going to be dry for trick-or-treaters, albeit on the cool side. Maybe not as chilly as what we were talking about 2 or 3 days ago. So let's talk about it. So wave number 1 moves its way on through. We pick up our timeline 7 o'clock here tonight. And here comes wave number 2 out of Canada. Watch this low pressure system. It's going to produce more snow back across the Rockies and the Intermountain West. More rain starting to set up shop. Not as much rain west of the Mississippi River Valley this time around. This time around, watch this low. There's the low by Wednesday morning. It's in West Tennessee and Arkansas, Missouri. Here it comes. Just kind of doo-doo-doo-doo. Yeah, it's going to slowly meander its way across the state before it finally works its way back to the north. But you can clearly see the rainfall bullseyes across East Tennessee and over into North Carolina. By the end of the week, by Thursday night, we could pick up 2 to 3 with pockets of 4 inches of rainfall around the area. Rainfall totals from these two systems. So let's put that into perspective. Rainfall deficit over the last 30 days, we're running anywhere from about 1 inch to 2 inches behind. This is a big deficit buster, if you will, right? So we're going to bust this deficit like nobody's business, and that's going to help to mitigate this drought. I would imagine the drought goes away. Now, probably not this Thursday, but maybe the following Thursday. But even this Thursday with the rain today and tomorrow, that's likely to get some big results from the drought that has kind of been creeping its way up the Southern Valley. You got to realize October is our driest month of the year. We typically only get about less than 3 inches of rainfall. 2.81 inches is our average, our 30-year average for rainfall for the month of October. And we're talking 2 to 3 with pockets of 4 inches just this week. So we're going to get a month's worth of rain just this week, potentially, in most locations. All right, so we're going to mitigate the rain showers on Tuesday. They ramp back up Wednesday. They start to fade away Thursday. Halloween, we're going to be at 57 degrees. Then we'll hover right there in the low 60s Saturday and Sunday. But look at our temperatures all week long. We're going to be right there in the 50s. So again, we're going to be continuing to run about 10 to nearly 15 degrees below average for this time of the year. It says, we need some good mojo today. Yes, we do need some good mojo today, my friend. Let's hope that opening up the umbrella twice cancels out the bad luck. We can only hope for the best, Seth. Only if you're superstitious. Right. Only if you're superstitious, which I'm not really superstitious. Although I did a fun news story back in the day about black cats crossing the roads, going under, breaking mirrors, going underneath ladders, and of course, opening up umbrellas inside the house. All right, so here's a quick preview of your trick-or-treat forecast. It's now Monday, so we're less than a week away now. Temperatures are kind of moderating a little bit, so maybe we'll stay in the 50s. Now, I know it shows some rain showers. I don't necessarily know that we're going to have any rain showers on Monday. So, but remember, I've also kind of been highlighting the fact that we may get our first little taste of snow across the highest peaks of the Smokies. The probabilities are really low, though. So maybe maybe a couple of inches of snow as this whole system swings through Wednesday and the Thursday. That would be the day. Wednesday and the Thursday as that pocket of colder air comes on through, but the probabilities on this are like less than 1%. So not likely to see probably much snow, but there is still a chance. I'm saying there's a chance. So you're saying there's a chance, Witcher. I am. Hey, temperatures are going to be trending below average towards the end of the 7-day forecast. We may continue that trend above and beyond the 7-day forecast. This is your 10 to 14 day outlook by the Climate Prediction Center. And the probabilities are there now of trending below average for temperatures and likely below average when it comes to rainfall as well. So after a month's worth of rain in just less than a week, we are talking about a drier and chillier weather pattern to kind of work its way back in. Work it in. All right, let me take you to the radar here for just a second. Let's go back here. All right, so there's the radar. We'll loop this over the last, we'll just do 15, we'll do 1 hour radar loop. Here's a 1 hour radar loop. Again, this is the story here this morning. Of course, you can see that at the bottom of your screen as well. So that's the story. Morning Glory. How are you, Eric? It's 49 degrees right now, joining us from Kingsport. Did you get Hurricane Melissa updates for Kingston, Jamaica? I don't have them in the show right now, but we could probably find some information on that. Yeah, I think it's last time I saw, it was a Cat 5 buck. Let's see where we are now. So I'll come into Atlantic Basin. I'll just pull this up on the screen for you. How about this? We can do this. Boop. Maybe. Yeah, there we go. So it's not really centered. We'll get it over there. There we go. We'll center it up for you. There's Hurricane Melissa. Winds right now. Let's go back to that. There we go. So, Melissa, we've got a central pressure of 917 millibars. Sustained winds at 140, gusting to 160 miles per hour. That storm is just slowly but surely. Here's the latest track from the National Hurricane Center. It's going to continue to work its way out into the ocean, maybe making landfall or a direct hit to Bermuda after it makes its way out of Jamaica. This is not going to be good news. I mean, we're talking rainfall amounts are going to be incredibly high. So parts of Jamaica, we're talking 20 to 30 plus inches of rainfall across Jamaica. So Haiti and Dominican Republic, catastrophic and life-threatening flash flooding and landslides are expected. Jamaica, do not venture out of your safe shelter, they're saying. In Jamaica, catastrophic and life-threatening flash flooding and numerous landslides are likely today through Tuesday. Destructive winds, especially in the mountains, will begin by this evening, leading to extensive infrastructural damage, long-lasting power and communication outages in isolated communities. Life-threatening storm surge and damaging waves are expected along the southern coast through Tuesday. That's in Jamaica. Same thing for Haiti and the Dominican Republic. Eastern Cuba, heavy rain and life-threatening and potentially catastrophic flooding and flash flooding and landslides. And southeast Bahamas and the Turks and Caicos. Hurricane conditions, life-threatening storm surge, and heavy rainfall are possible on Wednesday. Residents should follow advice given to local officials. So there we go. Melissa is a big old storm, but at least it's not affecting the U.S. mainland. That's a good thing there for us. She's an evil woman, that Melissa. It's a Cat 5. Yes, it is. Let's see. Yeah, prayers for sure. I mean, and I've been to Jamaica. My wife and I went to Jamaica back in like, I don't know, early 2000s. I think maybe about 2010 or so, whenever she graduated from nursing school. And it's beautiful, great. But this hurricane's going to do a lot of destruction. Let's see. Jason, I'm a little superstitious. I'm a little superstitious as well. I mean, listen, if I break a mirror, I don't think that I'm going to have bad luck, but I'm like, let's not break a mirror. You know, I'm like to the point of superstitious where like, let's just not do it. I'm not going to I don't think anything's going to happen, but let's just not do it. Right. All right. I do have to give a big shout out here real quick. I got to show you a picture before we move on. We're going to just show you this picture first, because I don't know if the little man's joining us this morning, but let me just give you a big shout out to, this is Cooper. Okay. Cooper's 4 years old. I met him the other night at a friend's house, And I didn't have this picture yesterday. Remember I said I was going to share something with you, but I didn't have the picture. My wife had it. So there's the picture of Cooper. He is 4 years old. Okay, so we went to this football party the other night, and the mom was like, listen, Cooper absolutely adores you and loves you. And so he was running around with all the kids, and I was like, well, when I get a chance, I'll go say hi to him. And I saw him come out, and I looked over at him, and I said, what's up, Cooper? And he goes, well, hi. I go, do you know who I am? He goes, yeah, you're my favorite weatherman. And I was like, Cooper, I love you, man. The dude was so nice. He was so polite. We chatted for just a second. I picked him up and took this photo. Then he walked away. He stopped in his tracks, turned around, came back, and shook my hand. Was like, thanks, Mr. Witcher. Thanks, Mr. Mike, and shook my hand. And I was like, Cooper, you are a stud. So big shout out to Cooper this morning. Loves weather, loves me, loves watching all the time. So Cooper, if you're up this morning, don't be taking my job now, buddy. But we'll get you some East Tennessee weather merch, my friend. Okay? I don't have any like 4-year-old stuff, but we're going to get it. So everyone say hi to Cooper. Great little dude. All right. Let's see. What else we got going on here? Trying to see. Okay. Anyways. I digress. You're not superstitious. Buck's not. Be careful out there, Mindy says. No doubt. No doubt. Especially if you don't have great tires on your cars. If you haven't been holding off for the winter months and you haven't really got new tires yet, and they're kind of running a little bald, hydroplaning can be a major problem. Hydroplaning can be a major problem. So keep it slow. I'm not here to tell you how to do your life and treat your life, but if you don't have great tires on your car, you might want to slow it down. Let's just say that. How about that? All right, national holidays today. Of course, it's October 27th, so we're celebrating birthdays and events. Any birthdays out there, give us a big shout out. It's good to be a weather geek. It is good to be a weather geek. I like being a weather geek. I did get it. I posted Andrew's picture on social media not too long ago. I think I did. I shared it on the show as well. Maybe you weren't part of the show that morning. But yes, Cooper does rock for sure. All right, so we're celebrating birthdays and events. It's also National Civics Day. Ooh, there we go. It's National American Beer Day. You know I like to drink beer. I used to brew beer. I don't brew beer anymore. Ain't no time to brew beer when you're working all the time. And it's Navy Day. How about that? Big shout out to anybody who was part of the Navy. Thank you very much for your service. My wife always wanted to do the Navy. That's all we got for the day. National Civics Day, American Beer Day, and Navy Day. Not bad. All right, let's talk about some history for this date in history. Weather history, anyways. In 1989, a winter weather invaded the northwestern U.S. A storm crossing the central Rockies produced up to 23 inches of snow in the mountains east of Salt Lake City. That would be the Wasatch Range. Meanwhile, Indian summer continued across the lower Ohio and the Great Lakes. In 1988, a low-pressure system brought snow and gale-force winds to the Great Lakes region and snow and high winds to the north-central U.S. with gusts up to 47 miles per hour, even up to 55 in Pierre, South Dakota. In 1987, showers and thunderstorms produced locally heavy rainfall from Virginia to New York State. Fallen leaves made roads and sidewalks slick. Something to keep in mind this morning. Didn't even think about that. As the leaves are coming on down, watch out for some slick roads because, A, we haven't had a lot of rain in a while, and so now the oil is just coming up from the ground, so the roads become a little bit more slick. A, B, if you don't have good tires on your car, you're going to be slipping and sliding. And then, of course, if you get in some of these neighborhoods, if you get in an area with a lot of leaves on the ground, you have wet leaves now. That's going to be a concern as well. All right, 1962, an early season snowstorm over New England blanketed northern Maine with 7 to 16 inches of snow. In 1929, a snowstorm dumped 27 inches in Ishimring, Michigan. a 24-hour established record. In 1764, a very remarkable, I mean, we're talking about the 1700s here, a very remarkable storm of snow with high winds, in quotes, by the way, produced 22 inches of snow in Rutland in central Massachusetts. All right, 1998 in world history, the reunion episode of Chips 99 aired for the first time on the cable network TNT. I love Chips. In 1954, the first Walt Disney television show Disneyland premiered on ABC. In 1947, You Bet Your Life, the radio show started, starring Groucho Marx, premiered on ABC. It was later shown on NBC television. In 1904, the New York subway system officially opened. It was the first rapid transit subway system in America. That was 1904. And in 1787, the first of the Federalist Papers were published in the New York Independent. A series of 85 essays written by Alexander Hamilton, James Madison, and John Jay were published under the pen name. There we go. Publius. I guess it is. Right. Okay, let's take it back outside. Let's see what it looks like at Anarchista. Live look there up in the mountains. Anarchista, overcast, gray, rainy, dreary, damp. It's going to be an indoor kind of a day. Unless you got to work outside, which it is what it is, right? Otto was in the Navy. Welcome, Otto. How was your trip, buddy? And thanks for your service. Much appreciated, my friend. There we go. Yeah, always keep your head on a swivel. And motorcycle riders, hopefully not too many motorcyclists are riding today there, Buck. That'd be a challenging motorcycle ride, wouldn't it? I do have some other great photos to share with you if you want to stick around. Otherwise, I'll just talk to myself. I believe this was Cameron on here. Let's just see. I got a picture of some school buses, and that would be Cameron Sherwood. Then he sent me this funny one. So he sent me that, and then he said, we can fix the buses. They're good. They're good. You get the duck floats on the buses." Love it, Cameron. Great for sure. We had how about this one? This is a great one. Ready for this one? Is that not just fabulous? That is an amazing shot. And that one is coming in from Joey Exum. Downtown Saturday sunrise. That is a beautiful view of our beautiful downtown in Knoxville, Tennessee. Home of the University of Tennessee. The Vols, my friend. Andrew sent a picture. Well, that was a really, okay, I was like, that was a really skinny picture, Andrew. All right, so Andrew I've met a couple times. His wife is a Witcher weather watcher. I don't know why Andrew's not a Witcher weather watcher, but here we go. Great little fall view. The colors are really starting to pop in the lower elevations. Did you notice that in here this past weekend? Kathleen Wilkerson. There we go. Posted a picture of some storm clouds. The rain was getting ready to roll its way on in. And I think we've got, let's see, Kathy Collins, Ewing, Virginia. There we go. Picture from Kathy. Got a hiker in there. Let's get that, let's rotate that around here. There we go. Oh, we got the top of a hiker head. Maybe is that Kathy? Maybe that is Kathy. I don't know. That's all the pictures I have for you, I think. I shared a bunch of pictures yesterday. I don't think I have anything else to share with you this morning. But I appreciate you sticking around this morning. I hope you have a great day today. Otto says, thank you for paying your taxes. We blew a lot of your money. Well, you know, that's what it's for, right? Oh, my goodness gracious. Your daddy was in the Navy. He was served in the Vietnam, and he joined the Navy when he was 17 years old. When he was drafted in. I had a buddy who's a Marine and actually ran the Marine race. That was on Sunday, the marathon, the Marine Marathon on Sunday. in the nation's capital. All right, my friends, I sure hope you have a great day today. It's an overcast, gloomy, dreary, damp, rainy, and chilly day, and a lot of rain on the way. We're talking 2 to 3 inches, pockets of 4 inches by the end of the week. Should be dry for trick-or-treaters, and it's going to stay chilly with temperatures running about 10 to 15 degrees below average. Listen, if you're joining in late, I'll send you back to the 24-hour weather channel. If you're on the East Tennessee Weather app, if you're on social media, well, of course, we'll be ending the stream momentarily. All right, we'll leave you with live viewing from Anakista. Overcast, gray, damp, dreary, and rainy. Grab the umbrellas. Go to the East Tennessee Weather merch shop. I have big, giant umbrellas there for you, like the one I started the day off with. Have a great day. Be safe, be kind to each other. Life is short.
There's a barbed wire man with a concrete soul and a dream just to fly free. There's a spray can sitting, it could light up the show if you gave it to me. This army of sinners forgot to fight for a cause, while the visionaries run a race that's already lost. And it's you, oh it's you. It's you, oh it's you. There's a schoolboy standing up in front of an army, shoes in the mud and the wet paint, twists and turns up the alley just like it should. So you color